Alright, YouTube, I'm back. This is another YouTube video. This one's going to be a sex talk video. I guess it's going to be back-to-back videos because tomorrow I'm going to do my music video series. I want to bring that back because I still got 5 more videos to finish Season 2. And since I had to work all of Monday and most of Tuesday, since I had to work for 2 days, I'm off for 2 days. So you guys get 2 days worth of YouTube videos. So today's video topic is going to be Sex Talk 101, episode 48, Sex with Grandma. And in the description is going to be called, be very careful of older women being way too nice to you after they hit the wall. And the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of men from the age of 18 to 29, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I don't know if you guys are aware of it. Now, in your 20s, you're probably not going to be aware of it because you probably just graduated from high school. You just got into college. And a lot of you guys go there to go play basketball, football, baseball. You run track. You might be trying to do boxing or martial arts, and you might be trying to get a job or learn how to drive a car. So you may not catch this or you may not see this for the first 5 to 10 years in your 20s. But somewhere around your late 20s, early 30s, you're going to see a huge increase in older women coming after you. And I've made YouTube videos about men having sex with older women, having sex with mothers, stepmother and the stepdaughter. That was a huge hit on both my YouTube channels. But the one thing that we don't ever talk about on YouTube is grandmas. Now, I know some people are going to find that nasty and sick and perverted, and it is. I'm just trying to make you guys aware of it. Now, I've been hit on by a lot of women that are in their late 40s, mid 50s, and I've even recently been hit on by some women in their 60s and 70s. And quite frankly, I don't really find women in their late 60s or early 70s, I don't find them physically sexually attractive. You know, I mean, they shouldn't even be trying to do it in the first place. But I have to go ahead and make the video because these pickup artists and these dating coaches, they're never going to tell you the truth. They're just going to lie, and guess what? Lie some more. Now, when you do get into your financial prime, not your physical prime, but your financial prime, not your physical prime, you're going to get hit on by a huge increase of women that have hit the wall not once, but have hit 2 walls. And I already talked about what happens when women go crazy when they get to the second wall, the second post wall. Now, the reason why I'm going to put in the title Sex with Grandmom is because you need to be very fully aware of the tactics and the mind manipulation that grandma's going to be using to lure you into the bedroom. You know, any man that plays basketball, football, any man that plays any sport, that goes to the gym, that works out 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, is a target. Remember in my video when I said older women could be thoughts too? Well, the reason why I'm making this video is because Hollywood's once at it. Once again, Hollywood loves to create a fake false image and use for their agenda. Which is, it's okay to mess with older women that's way too damn old for you. And you see, when you guys get to my age, when you get to 31, 32, 33 years old, you're going to get some black women and some Mexican women that's way up there in their late 40s, mid 50s, that are going to come on to you very strong and very powerful. And you're going to be looking at some of these women like, I don't find y'all physically, sexually attractive, so why are you trying to talk to me and trying to hit on me? And you see, these women that hit on you are extremely desperate. You know, they might try to buy you lunch. They might try to buy you some dinner. They might try to give you some money. And you might be trying to figure out, why is someone buying me lunch or dinner? Like, why are you trying to give me free money? All of that is a nice tactic that they use when they get way up there in age to lure you for some other purpose. Now, if you're a player, then you ain't got nothing to worry or complain about. And I already said I was going to make a YouTube video called A Man in the Daytime Working and a Player at Night. Now, if you're a player and it doesn't bother you to have sex with women no matter how old they get, or how ugly they become, or how fat and out of shape they are, or how many kids they have, then you're okay if you're a player. I think Ringo TV Raw said that that type of man is a man whore. He just likes to have sex with whores. But 80% of you men are not trying to be whoremongers. You're not trying to have sex with whores. You want to be in strong, healthy, productive relationships, or at least have a girlfriend. And I'm here to tell you that while you're trying to date nothing but younger women, all you're going to get is older women so old that they're going to be your mother and grandmother at the same exact time. Now, I already made the video about sex with stepmom and stepdaughter. I already made a video about having sex with your mom. And those were some good videos. And I listed 5 reasons on why some guys have sex with them type of women and why some men don't. But I feel like if we don't talk about the grandma phenomenon, I feel like that someone might get angry and say, hey man, you never told me that women of these ages act like this. So I'm making one of those be aware type of videos where I want you guys to be fully aware that this actually does happen 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. These are women that are very selfish, very self-centered, and very stupid and delusional, because these are women that have already had alpha males, that have already dated alpha males in the past, and all they're trying to do is relive their childhood. They're trying to relive their childhood through men from the ages of 18 to 29 years of age. And a lot of men in their 20s become victims of these bad circumstances because they don't know why a woman would buy them lunch or dinner, or why would a woman ask them out to the movies. And they think that, oh, I finally got a woman's attention, but all this is a tactic to lure you in. And when these women get way up there in their 40s and their 50s and their 60s, they'll try to give you some damaged goods, some leftover homemade apple pie. They'll even will bake apple pies and cakes and use that to, lure your killer instinct so they can easily influence you. Now, some of these grandmas are freaks. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit and beat around the bush. They are the freakiest. They are the nastiest. They will do things that will make the stepmom and the mom look like amateurs. Like the mama will straight out tell you, I just want to have sex. Like the mama will be like, yeah, I'll give you I'll blow and make it worth your while. I'm not gonna say it because you know how YouTube is, and we don't want no kids running across my YouTube channel and then they hear some inappropriate words and then mommy and daddy gets red in the face and go, oh no, I can't let you watch this man's content because he's using rated R or rated X words that you're not old enough to understand. I'm assuming 80% of y'all are between the ages of 18 to 27 at least. If you guys are in high school watching these videos, then you better not get caught by mommy and daddy. Your uncle might let you slide. Your auntie might say 1 or 2 videos. Mommy might say hail to the gnaw. Daddy might be like, yeah, you need to watch this content because you do need to be aware of what's around your surroundings. So I'm just giving you a breakdown on how that would go if you get caught. Not to say they're going to let you watch all my videos, because they're not. Once they find out I've got 2 or 3 or 4 old YouTube channels of rated X content, they ain't gonna let you watch the newer content once they find out what my content's all about. But the point is, in this video, I'm trying to explain that the mama, she just want to have sex. The mama just want to have sex because she want to relive her childhood. All she ever messed with in high school and college were guys that played basketball, football, baseball, guys that were gang banging, selling drugs, being a criminal. You know, mama wants to relive the bad boy thing. If it's the stepmama, it's the same thing. You know, the stepmama and the mama have a lot in common. They might get the handcuffs and, you know, they don't mind being handcuffed, blindfolded, and gagged, and spanked. You know, you've seen 50 Shades of Grey. They don't mind that. They don't mind doing a form of foreplay and role playing. They don't mind. But the grandmama takes it to the next level. The grandmama got things that come from a horror movie. Like, grandmama will do anything she can to get your invited attention. She'll show up to work to get your attention. She'll show up to you playing basketball or football at the park. And grandmama will even go to the gym to get a gym membership just to get access to where you're at. And grandmama, the reason why I say the grandmama is more nastier and more freakier than the mama and the stepmama combined is because she is. And this is universal. And the reason why I say it's universal is because it is. It doesn't matter if the woman is black. Doesn't matter if it's a black woman, a white woman, a Mexican woman. Doesn't matter if she's from a foreign country. Doesn't matter if she's high class, middle class, or low class. And you got some of these movies and television shows to thank for that. Television shows like Desperate Housewives, Sex and the City. Those are just two television shows. And then you have How I Met Your Mom. And let's see what else they have. And then you got movies like American Pie, Grandma's Boy, and it's even got into a couple of your favorite superhero movies. Remember Spider-Man Homecoming? Remember the actress who played Aunt May? Well, that's them trying to promote that women in their 50s do look good to have sex with. And you see, when you start getting women in their 40s and their 50s and their 60s hitting on you, a lot of you men are going to be trying to scratch your head and figure out, why are these old-ass women that are way too old? Like, if you think a woman that's 30 or 40 years old is old, women in their 50s and 60s and 70s or way more older than that will come on to you very strong and very powerful. And a lot of these women will try any tactic that they can to get your attention. Now, if you're desperate and you ain't gotten laid in 5 or 10 years, then okay, fine, knock yourself out. But if you ain't desperate and you ain't like that, then I got to tell you the signs. And I already told you in all my YouTube videos, when women hit the wall, the first sign is you'll get a conversation from out of nowhere. You could be at the bank, getting ready to cash your check, or to take some money out with withdrawal, and they'll just say something out of nowhere sarcastically. And you'll be like, why in the hell are you talking to me? Do I know you? That's your reaction. And they always go after men that's in their 20s and 30s. See, they don't go after men that's in their 40s or 50s or 60s, because at those ages, men are too smart and too intelligent, and they know how the game is to be played. So they're going to come after men that's in their 20s and 30s, because to them, you're like a little child. You're like a little kid that has not figured out how to play the game. And you got to be careful, because when you're out there playing basketball or football in college, it ain't just women from the ages of 18 to 29 years of age that's up in the bleachers cheering for you. Now you got some women that's in their 40s and their 50s and their 60s and 70s that are watching you play basketball, football, and baseball, trying to go, now that's the guy I want to have sex with in the bedroom. And a lot of these men be like, I don't find none of you women physically, sexually attractive. I'm going to say about maybe 2 months ago, I got hit on by a black woman that was between the ages of 50 to 55 years of age. And I looked at her with this look of arrogance, like, you are not that physically sexually attractive for you to be trying to come on to me very strong and very powerful. Yeah, I have the body of a football player. And you see, what all these women are trying to do is get them an alpha male. They're not trying to get the beta male. They're trying to get the alpha male. And you see, the reason why I say they're the most nastiest and the most sexually perverted woman, they'll make the stepmom and the mama sit down and take notes on how you actually trick and manipulate men. The grandmama's like the master of this shit. And you see, when you see those romantic comedy movies where the guy comes home to visit his family, or he's got best friends and his best friend come home to visit him and his best friend's not there, and he's sitting down with grandma for about 2 or 3 hours talking about life and how he has problems with his girlfriend, that's how grandma gets your ass that way. And then you got to pay attention to the door with the 3 locks. Yeah, you got to watch out for that. And let's see what else you got to watch out for. Watch out for next door neighbors cracking jokes and smiling at you too much. And then pay attention to your surroundings in the house. And you see, Hollywood's going to keep making these movies and keep making these television shows trying to promote it's okay to mess with women that's way past their prime. And the reason why I'm making this video is because some of you guys are going to get into your 30s, and then you're going to say, Alex ain't never made no YouTube video telling us this was going to happen. And this only happens to guys that are physically sexually attractive. This only happens to guys that are alpha males. This happens to guys who got their life together. Now, if you're in a beta male, then it's even worse, because those guys get tricked and deceived 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. If a woman from the ages of 40 to 70 years old see you at the gym bench pressing, leg squatting, and deadlifting anywhere between 200 to 400 pounds, they're going to naturally assume that you must play basketball or football, and you must either be a bodybuilder or a weightlifter. And yes, they think you're a superhero from the comic books. The reason why I'm making the video is to tell you to be aware that there are cases where they'll come on to your best friend, and your best friend might tell you, man, your girlfriend, your grandma's a freak, man. Why is your grandma giving me back massages and neck massages and feet fetishes when I never asked for it? Oh, she just likes to be nice and friendly. So you might want to be careful with that. Oh, and watch, and you see, these women are stalkers. You think women in their 30s and 40s are stalkers. Oh, no, the grandma takes stock into a whole new level. She'll follow you everywhere you go. Somehow, some way, she finds out what your phone number is. You get incoming phone calls and text messages from out of nowhere. And you'll get stalked. I mean, literally, you'll get stalked. And then these women will try to push up on you and try to give you a kiss. And you'll probably look at some of these females like, get the hell away from me. Now, if you're a player, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because when they hit the second wall, this is the result. You're going to get women so old coming after you that you're going to be like, I'm trying to date younger women, not older. And you see, they're not going to go after men of their own age, because they're not going to go after men that's in their 40s or 50s or 60s. They're going to try to date someone younger than them. So you're going to have to prepare yourself, because in the next 10 to 15 years, you're going to have a case where when you graduate from high school or college, you're going to get women that you don't find physically, sexually attractive coming on to you, and they're going to be at these advanced ages. And you're going to be like, I don't want to date nobody's mom or grandmama. And then you got the guys that'll say, well, I don't want you, so I'll pump and dump. And I already made a YouTube video called Pump and Dump, but I guess I'm going to have to make a sequel to Pump and Dump in the near future. But this video is like, you guys need to be aware of what's going around in your surroundings. Pay attention to women who are old enough to be your grandmama. And these women are very freaky. They got handcuffs, they have vibrators, and they read books, they look at the internet, and they will put the stepmom and the mom's game to shame. They will make them look like amateurs. And these women will stalk the hell out of you. You think women in their 30s and 40s are stalkers. These women that be in their 50s and their 60s and their 70s, they take stalking to a whole new level. And you'll never know they're watching you. You'll never know that they're in the gym checking your body out. In fact, they'll even try to walk up to you and make comments about how strong you are. And you'll be trying to figure out, why are you talking to me? I don't find you physically, sexually attractive. And you see, it's gotten to the point where the dating game is not just rigged. The dating game has been turned upside down on its head. So, this video is just to help you guys out. Like I said, watch out for the signs. And this, like I said, Hollywood is promoting this in television and film. You can just watch movies and television shows like Desperate Housewives, Sex and the City. You can watch that movie, the American Pie series, and you can even watch Grandma's Boy. And I think Grandma's Boy is the perfect prime example of what happens if you don't get laid in 5 years or in 10 years. You see what happens. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because it also happens at work. But I'm just trying to make this video because in tomorrow's video, I'm going to give you the exact video you've been logging for. That's going to be a music video, and then I'm going to turn around and make the video that you've been waiting for. And then just before we get to spring break, on this channel, it's going to be younger men versus older men, and why the older men always get younger, hotter women, and why the younger guys always get stuck with the grandma. So these videos are a preview leading up to that video. Until then, peace.